Hello, my name is Ellianah Murcia, and today I will be presenting my informative speech about the effects of social media on mental health for the public speaking class I am taking. First, let me ask you a question that I bet will be a definite yes. Did you wake up today and go on social media, any kind of app, and scroll within the first 30 minutes of your day? See, I told you it would be a yes. So we come across different kinds of posts like our family or friends just posting their traveling, informational stuff, news. We come across anything. Today, I want to talk about the effects of social media and how it relates to our mental health. As time goes on, the effects of social media can worsen, so it is important to realize the issue today and the steps we can take moving forward in this digital world. I have a quote here from Jack Resnick Jr., the MD, a doctor and president of the American Medical Association. He says, with near universal social media used by America's young people, these apps and sites introduce profound risk and mental health harms in ways we are only beginning to fully understand. So we can see this affects everyone in different ways. No matter your age or the amount of usage, social media will always be relevant in our society. I will be talking about both the good and bad of social media, with how it increases anxiety and depression, self-esteem, but also the positive, like how people can come together and talk about mental health issues. As a public health student at Texas A&M, I have found great importance about education for the health and safety of the people around us, especially with a global matter like this one. So let's begin about talking about how prolonged social media usage can lead to anxiety and depression, commonly amongst teenagers and young adults like me. So I have a source from Royal Society for Public Health and the Young Health Movement that started something called hashtag Status of Mind. This states that social media usage has increased by 95% in the last 25 years. An effort has been made to report and inform the negative effects of social media, and even just being on it for just 2 hours a day, which just seems pretty small. But within this report, they talked about the different effects, like how I'm talking about today, different surveys of young people they took to gain all this information, and then the analysis of different apps, comparing different apps like Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and how that can affect certain factors. So the more people that use social media, the greater effects it has on the person. Another negative effect of social media on mental health is the effects it has on someone's self-esteem and image through constant comparison. The source I use comes from the National Library of Medicine and is a study titled Social Comparisons on Social Media: The Impact of Facebook on Young Women's Body Image Concerns and Mood by Ferdouli and Moore. So in this study, it consisted of different kinds of women scrolling through Facebook and a control website for just 10 minutes. Only 10 minutes can the effects of social media follow. So those on Facebook experience more mood changes and more of a dislike/distaste to their own body through images they found on Facebook from people they follow or stuff that pops up. Commonly in these social media apps, there are edited images that are often unrealistic, and people have these unrealistic and unnatural standards for themselves. So from this study, we can see how people can gain this negative view of themselves just from a couple posts. Once again, only 10 minutes that probably didn't even have those intentions of creating a negative effect, and how this can impact someone's overall mental health. While social media has its downsides, over the past few years, people have been flipping the switch. Forums or apps like Reddit, Instagram, Twitter, and more have been used as a safe space for people to come together and discuss their mental health struggles online. The article Mental Health Discourse on Reddit: Self-Disclosure, Social Support, and Anonymity by Chaudhary and D found that Reddit was really effective in comparison to other apps. So this study composed of different studies like the statistics of popular unigrams or words, karma from posts/comment predictors with binomial regression, and comparisons of anonymous and non-anonymous posts to come to a conclusion that Reddit is a really good space for talking about mental health. There's special features within Reddit, like the ability to remain anonymous, and there's also different mental health subreddits, so they can go more specific and have a better space for them to talk about their mental health, which is better for self-expression. And then there's a lot of support and positive feedback even though people don't necessarily have to say anything, but feel the need to, so it creates a better community. This is perfect for people who struggle or don't have access to finding help. It builds community and guides people towards the right resources. Even mental health advocators are able to look on Reddit, use it as a resource, and post other resources there and have more people gain some help. This is just one example of how social media can be used for people to come together and work through their struggles. Once again, there are only just a few effects of social media on mental health, and I only talked about how it increases anxiety and depression, creates self-esteem issues, but also has positive effects like a better impact and community with using social media. So what can we learn? Social media should be used carefully. Social media has different effects on mental health depending on the age group, but there's plenty of research being done out there to further improve mental health amongst people, especially adolescents and teenagers like myself, constantly using social media apps and forums. Thank you for listening, and I will be available for any questions you may have.